Hi, my name is Chelsea Shaw. Today I will be discussing the benefits and pros for the developmental individual difference relationship-based model, also known as DIR, and in conjunction with the topic of floor time. The DIR model was created by Stanley Greenspan, who is a child psychiatrist, along with Serena Wieder, who is a child psychologist. This model presents a unique, comprehensive developmental approach to assessment and intervention for children with developmental disorders, particularly those with autism spectrum disorders. It can help other children with disabilities as well. The DIR and floor time approaches are age appropriate for infants, toddlers, preschool children, school-age children, as well as adolescents. To begin, I would like to discuss the difference between DIR and floor time. More times than not, people think they are the same thing and that the names are interchangeable, but that is not the case. DIR is the comprehensive model of assessment and intervention, while floor time, on the other hand, is a therapeutic strategy that is specific to the DIR approach and is based on the theory that autism is caused by problems with brain processing that affects the child developmentally. Floor time is more child-directed than some teaching methods. Its goal is to increase back and forth interaction and communication between the child and the adult while pushing them to their full potential. Another direct difference in that DIR is more of a structured play while floor time is more spontaneous in nature. They are not the same but work together to accomplish a type of assessment and intervention style. When deciding which approach to use, it depends solely on the child and if they need given structure or if they do better at free will. The three components of DIR are first, the child's functional emotional development levels, secondly, the child's individual processing profile, and thirdly, the relationship between the child and his or her caregivers. All of these are important to early development of cognition, language, and motor skills, which every child needs in order to grow up and learn as normal as possible. The last component I think is one of the most important is the child will most likely spend the majority of their early life watching and imitating their parents and caregivers. So most specifically, their parents need to be a big part of the interaction of assessment and intervention. Like, does the caregiver read to the child and or talk to the child in order to provide positive stimulation? The primary goal of DIR is to develop a profile of the child and his or her family based on developmental levels, individual differences, and relationships, which all help to characterize typical development in the early years of life. The results are then shaped into levels known as functional, emotional, developmental levels. These levels range from shared attention, engagement, two-way intentional communication, complex problem solving, creative representations and elaborations, and representational differentiation and emotional thinking. These are all within the goal of the intervention to facilitate development at and above the FEDLs within the context, which are the functional, emotional, and development levels. For example, some children will be able to achieve their highest level of social emotional engagement while they are moving on a swing, whereas others will be the most interactive when motor planning demands are minimal, such as sitting in a quiet classroom. If I ever have a child on my caseload on the autism spectrum, I would look into using the DIR model and the floor time model with them. The intervention strategies of DIR can be used in a variety of learning environments that the child experiences throughout the day. Teaching them in the school and then showing the parents the models and strategies that I would be using at school to further teach at home is something that can easily be done without stress coming upon the child and the parent. Floor time principles such as prioritizing the child's intentions and ideas, using supportive rather than directive teaching, and addressing the child's individual sensory processing needs must be central to the educational approach, which can be done in the classroom and at home. The parents know the child best and would be able to help distinguish the child's needs as they see fit, and then the assessment would let us know the rest. This model provides us with therapy options for all situations of development. Some intervention styles only integrate the specific targeted goals and developments, but the DIR model integrates information from cognitive, language, social, emotional, sensory, motor, and interpersonal paradigms of development. The key components that I find the most useful with the DIR model are setting goals, exciting and inviting activities, and parent coaching. Giving the child something to work for through fun activities will help the child want to come to therapy and get better at what their goals consist of. Without parent involvement, what the speech language pathologist teaches the child stops at the classroom door. When the parents are involved, the child is continuously working throughout the day and into the evenings while continually getting better by simply playing with interactions in their parents. The developmental individual difference relationship-based model, along with Floortime, can be very beneficial to individuals with all kinds of disabilities across all age ranges. I believe in using this model in therapy and in the classroom, and I hope to use it when I am a practicing speech language pathologist in the schools. Thank you.